this on in a second.
You want me to fix this microphone, Dave?
Yeah, if you could, that'd be great. Thank you.
So, we're on?
Yep.
Okay.
Are these working?
Welcome to the Newmarket Zoning Board meeting of October 9th, 2023. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First order of business is to approve the meeting minutes from previous meetings. We have the minutes to 7/10/23. Has everybody had a chance to look at them? Is there a motion on the floor?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the zoning board of adjustment meeting minutes of October 9th. Whoops, I'm sorry,
July 10th.
July 10th, 2023.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 You know, appoint them to-
Yeah, I'm going to right now. I get ahead of myself. For purposes of having a full board, I'll appoint Henry as a member of the board for tonight, voting member of the board for tonight.
Oh, you got 4, that's not enough?
We have 5.
Oh, all right. I thought we had 4 as a quorum.
No, it's generally 5.
All right.
So you need 3 for a quorum, but
Four's better.
we can have 5 voting members.
Okay, I knew that, but I mean, all right.
If you don't want to serve, that's fine too. Very good. The next item is the minutes to 8/7/23. Has everybody had a chance to look at them? Do they have any comments or corrections?
Real quick, so I just am abstaining from the July 10th just because I wasn't present at that.
You did say August the 7th, yes?
No, July 7th. July 10th, August 7th, yes, correct.
Okay.
I'm going to abstain because I wasn't present.
Okay, so
I
that
will-
leaves,
I will make a motion to approve the August 7th minutes.
I second.
all those in favor? Aye.
I abstain, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I was not here.
And Steve Minatelli also. 3,
So how many voted on that last motion?
3, the 3 that were present.
Oh, but I thought you abstained.
From July 10th.
Al was not present, Steve was not present. Neither was Henry.
So this time it's Al and Wayne. No, Al and Henry.
Correct. And Steve.
And Steve.
And
And finally, on minutes, we have the minutes to 8/14/23. Do I have a motion?
I'd make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
August 14th, 2023.
So the voting members on that day were me, Wayne, James, and Al. So all those in favor of accepting the minutes?
I
Aye.
Mr. Chair, I abstain.
All right, tonight's business involves, there will be a public hearing for a variance request by Christopher Alexandru. Got that right. For property located at 75 Exeter Road, tax map U3, lot 135, located in the B1 zoning district. The applicant is seeking a variance from the Newmarket Town Ordinance, section 32-124-2B, to permit the installation of a sign above the top of an exterior wall but below the roof line in order to utilize pre-existing sign infrastructure. We have that. You have the floor.
Thank you. The hardware is over there on top of the building, and I think it will enhance the looks of the building as well and visibility for the next place. I think it's below the roof line, like you said, and do you guys have a picture of the?
Yes, the
Okay.
picture's in here, yes.
And that's what it's gonna look like, if that's,
Just for procedural purposes, I'll open the meeting to public comment, if there are any, and all the abutters have been notified?
Yes, they have.
I see Mike here, so I know he has been notified.
I'll make a quick comment. As an abutter owning the property next door, Pelzar Funeral Home LLC, I encourage you to vote yes on this item. I think it's going to enhance the look of the building and also the environment of our local area there. Thank you.
So you've addressed the criteria for a variance in your submittal. Is there anything you want to add to that?
no, just the sign that I wanted to put on top of the roof.
Okay. I'll open it up to discussion over here if anybody has any comments or questions of, go ahead, Henry.
I was reading through the criteria, and by the way, I was driving by one day when they were erecting the current sign that's in place now. And that's a very attractive sign. I was reading the criteria, and I looked at number 5, unnecessary hardship. And I was thinking that given the sign you have now, which is attractive and very visible both ways, why you would need a second sign on the roof.
Well, it's an attraction for the building, and a lot of people drive by and they look left and right, and, I think it'll look nice on the building. And the hardware is already there from before. And it's shown, it looks awkward without nothing there.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that I'm not sure I see what hardship there would be if this request was denied. Would there be a hardship?
Well, the visibility will be more, likely to attract more people that come out of town and within the town too as well.
All right, well, it just seems to me that the sign you have now is very visible and much more visible than the one on the roof would be. Okay, that's my question.
How much would it cost to remove the hardware and the electrical and everything that goes?
I haven't really checked into that. I haven't checked into how much it would cost.
All right. Any more comments from anybody on the board? We've all had a chance to go out and look at it. We can see the rendering they've got over here. Seeing as how we've got no public comment, we'll close the public comment section. Mike was nice enough to give us all the abutters have been notified, correct?
Correct.
I asked that already.
Yeah, and it was posted in the paper too.
Any discussion amongst the board members?
I understand Henry's point of view. On the other hand, and I'd hate to set a precedent that someone could make the argument on another building similar to this one that it also could have a rooftop sign. On the other hand, it's there. I know it's not grandfathered any long because it's been too long. And yet, the thing that kind of swings me in favor of doing it is it's not at all inconsistent with the neighborhood. I mean, right across the street, you've got this, I'll be careful what I say, but it's kind of a gawky Irving sign. I don't mean, I mean, it is. It's not like this sign would be standing out as something that's odd or unusual. So, with the exception of it serving as a precedent for other properties, I would support it.
Wayne, have at it.
I'm going to say it isn't a precedent.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Wayne.
There is already a sign. Newberry's has a sign very similar we approved several years ago.
The marketplace, you mean?
Yes, you know, the little grocery store.
Which one?
I don't have a problem with it. I assume it's about the same size as the McDonald's sign.
What? Tastier, thank you.
It's, I got the measurements here. It's 12 by 4 feet.
It, in my opinion, it makes sense to have it. If he doesn't have it there, in the near future, he's gonna have to remove all that stuff, re-roof, and absorb all that expense. So if it's already up there,
Use it.
and this I think is a lot more tasteful than the McDonald's sign that was there before. So I've got absolutely no problem with it.
Thank you.
Why would he have to remove what's there now if he didn't have the sign?
Any penetration through a roof is another place for water to get into the structure. Learned that a long time ago.
But I mean, that would be his problem. Is it required that it be removed?
Probably not,
Okay, just
but
wondering.
it's there.
All
At
right,
some
well,
point, it's gonna have to be
I
done.
was thinking that would be
Might
his
as well use
problem.
it.
Okay,
So
just
from,
wondering.
from a building code standpoint, there's nothing that says he has to take down the hardware.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, I've got the,
But also to Al's point, that there is, it fits, I think he said it fits the neighborhood.
correct.
And it's consistent with everything that's there, so I say go for it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's just, and then I'll get off it, but if all of a sudden the old mill has a retailer that wants to put a sign up, and you know. But to your point, we've already,
They never had a sign on the old mills. Essex never had a sign there,
so,
Timberland's
so
never had a
that,
sign there.
so that keeps us, from a precedent standpoint,
McKellen did?
Yeah, they had one on the corner of Bay Road, remember?
Yeah, but that was below the roof line, so it was consistent with the ordinance.
Oh, okay,
This is because it's above the top of the wall
yeah.
and in the roof line. That's the only thing that makes it inconsistent, so,
then I'm fine.
okay.
I'm fine.
Do we need to go
Well,
through the
my
5
thought was
criteria?
simply, from my point of view, why, I don't see,
Yes.
really don't see the need for
Okay.
the sign.
When did we do that? Our standard practice was always we could vote on the entire motion.
That's what you would like to do, that's fine as well. I just know that the last variance we did, we went through and voted on the 5 criteria, and then, but,
And I was gonna question that later, but that's neither here nor
okay,
there.
no, but,
But I think our standard practice was that we could vote on the entire ordinance, the entire
Variance.
element is one.
Yeah.
So if you wanna somebody wants to make a motion,
I would like to make a motion to grant. So I move to grant a variance request from Christopher Alexandro, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Petitioning the zoning board of adjustment for relief from section 32-124-2B of the municipal code of the town of Newmarket, New Hampshire, to permit the installation of a sign above the top of the exterior wall but below the roof line in order to utilize the pre-existing sign infrastructure on real property with an address of 75 Exeter Road, tax map U3, lot 135, within the B1 zoning district, as the petition satisfies the 5-part test of the variance statute pursuant to RSA 674-33.
I second it.
so roll call vote, James?
Aye.
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 Thank you, Senator.
You're
Thank
quite
you very
welcome.
much.
Welcome to town.
Next is old or new business. Do we have any old business to take care of? New business?
That I know of.
Then I get administrator's report.
Yeah, so I got one little piece I want to bring up to you guys. Currently, our newspaper noticing fee is $75. It is costing us on average $125 per notice. I have checked with Wendy and with Sue and with the town manager. Because the fee schedule is posted in the
Good night. Thank you
Good
so
night,
much.
thank you.
Good night,
Come down
thank
for
you.
pizza.
Because the fee schedule for the ZBA is posted in the application and is not an actual resolution by town council, ZBA has the authority to amend that fee schedule through basically adopting a change to the application.
So do you need a motion to that effect from us?
Yeah, so basically what we need to do is, and I'll send this around to everybody. It has to be a resolution by the ZBA to update the fee from 75 to 125. So on the back side, I've drafted the resolution. And then obviously you guys would need to
Would it make sense, instead of saying $125, to make it state the current filing fee for the newspaper?
So we don't know what that is until we get the bill from the newspaper.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
So-
so what we do is we reach out to them, we tell them this is what we want for the notice. They put it in, we have the meeting, a month or two later, we get the bill from them. So we don't really know what that is, and we need to get the fees up front.
Okay, I understand. But you see where I was going.
I see exactly where you're going with, yeah.
Would you like us to sign a document?
So basically, like I said, it's up to you guys to either say, yep, let's do this, or not. I have the draft resolution drawn up, so if you guys vote and approve it, then yes, I'd have to get everybody's signature on the resolution.
But if we don't approve it, it doesn't
If you
get
don't
posted.
approve it, then it's dead.
So where does the other $50 come from?
Right now, it's coming out of general fund.
How
So,
long's this been going on?
apparently for a while.
Okay.
So, and I will let you know, right now, the plan board is actually charging $250 for a newspaper noticing fee.
And their purpose for that is to cover all their fees?
Yeah, just in case it's,
Are their notices larger, more lengthy than ours?
they tend to be, yeah. So, and like I said, I looked at the last couple of months' worth of bills, couple of last postings, and averaged it out, and we're averaging $125.
So why are we paying more than is required for us to pay?
I'm sorry?
Why are we paying more than we have to pay?
For the newspaper fee?
Yeah,
So it's on average $125. So what they do is they charge us by the length of the actual notice.
okay.
So if it's a large notice like what we've had with Mr. Stebbins' project, that was significantly a lot more money than a notice for, right, for this previous one. So, like I said, on average, we're spending $125 for noticing fees.
Do we need to make a motion to approve this?
Yes, you would.
I would like to make a motion.
And so you would have to make the motion and also read the resolution into the record.
Okay. The resolution for the Newmarket Zoning Board of Adjustment. Whereas the current newspaper noticing fee is $75, and whereas the state of New Hampshire requires notice of a public hearing in either a local newspaper or a newspaper of general circulation, and whereas the current cost to notice a public hearing averages $125 per notice, and whereas the schedule of fees for the Newmarket Zoning Board of Adjustment is published in the application to appear before said board, and whereas changes to the application to appear before the Zoning Board of Adjustment may only be made through resolution pursuant to the rules of procedure, be it resolved that the Newmarket Zoning Board of Adjustment amends the current application to update the newspaper notice fee to $125.
I'd just like to amend that to say before the Newmarket zoning board of adjustment.
Where?
It just said before the, as you read it, said before the board of, zoning board of adjustment. Miss Newmarket.
Oh, misread it.
Sorry about that. Any discussion on that?
So this fee is what the applicant pays?
Yes.
Okay.
They're not going down, so is 125 going to be enough, or do we want to make it 150? Get a little bit of,
Well, I guess that's why I asked how long it's been since we paid 75.
Right, and I have no idea. When was the last time the application got approved by the board?
I've been on for a while and it hasn't, so.
So it's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
1943.
I think the chair,
Yeah.
I think the chair has a good idea. Give you a little flexibility to move it to 150.
Can we change it right here?
We most certainly can.
So let's strike where it says 125 and make it 150 in 2 locations.
So we need a motion
Oh, yeah.
in a second.
Okay, let's go back. Al made the original motion.
Do you want to change that out?
You read it, then Al amended it to include the word Newmarket before zoning board.
So, no, so Al just amended what
Just
Bob had
corrected me.
read.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but Al hasn't then made his motion, he's making it now.
We haven't made a motion yet, we just read the.
Right.
You started, but you stopped. You did.
I would like to make a motion to approve the resolution,
Okay,
the Newmarket zoning board of adjustment is described by the chair. To increase the amount from 125 to 150.
okay.
So procedurally, we have the motion to accept the resolution.
Yeah.
So we need a second to that motion, and then we can have an amendment
Right.
to update the fees to 120, from 125 to
Let's go for
All
150.
right, then I second the motion.
Second the motion.
Okay.
Okay.
So
and
now we can vote to amend the motion to increase.
Right, so now we need a motion to increase 125 to 150, a second, a vote, and then we can go back and vote on the original motion.
I make a motion to increase the amount per notice from 125 to 150 per notice.
And now we need a second.
We need a second.
Oh, second.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor, we have an amendment on the floor. All those in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Aye. Now we have the main motion in place. All those in favor of increasing the newspaper fee, noticing fee to $150 per notice, signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Boy, that was complicated.
I know. I've got.
So what
I
what
got
are we
pull up my-
signing?
What's that?
Which copy are we signing?
So this one right here, so.
I've got to pull up my copy of Robots Rules of Order.
Could you then,
I haven't read it in years.
I've never read it.
I've read it
As
twice.
As it's obvious.
Yeah, it's just a thin little book, it's not
I
bad.
wrote the changes right on the
Let's make it Bob's rules of order.
They all signed, could you, email me a copy?
Yes, I'll scan and email it to you.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the notice going around to be signed. Anything else from the administrator's report?
Nope, that was it.
The motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.